What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here behind me we got project CB9 with the engine and transmission extracted, which is what happened in the last episode. Today we're going to put emphasis on removing the old brittle Florida window tint that is bubbled and discolored from the car, and it's been on there for probably over 15 years. Also, we're going to take a trip to a local salvage yard looking for some parts for this car, so let's go ahead, take a closer look. Okay, new surprise here on these trunk mounted struts. Got a welded in nut inside the trunk hatch itself, which then attaches to the trunk strut on this end particularly. Come on this side, passenger side here. This was on the loose side. So basically there was a loose bolt holding that little stud in position, so I fought with that, trying to get a screwdriver to hold that in position. Finally I was able to get it off, but need to figure out how I'm going to fix this. Either have to have that thing welded inside. I'm looking at this plastic trim here. There's no access behind here in the metal, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to fix this. I have to replace the hatch or something, so I don't know. I'm going to think about it here. Just another hurdle with these old project cars. It is what it is, but hopefully this is the last surprise. Cross our fingers. No telling on that. Burnt Audi, how about that? CB9 Accord Wagon. This thing has been in the yard since about October, and the yard probably kept it here because they realized how rare these things are getting. But anyhow, I was able to get the part I needed, which was this part right here on the trunk lid. Don't feel bad about cutting it out due to the fact that this car was rear-ended already, so this rear hatch is ruined. Anyhow, this little stud is stripped out of mine. So I don't know if you can see out there, there's a little bolt that's inside. So that's what is missing on mine. And my friend is good at welding, so hopefully he can get this thing squared away without having to ghetto rig this rear hatch so we can have the trunk struts in place. Safety first, always wear safety glasses when cutting metal, and especially glass. The glass actually shattered as soon as the blade hit it, which is what it's designed to do. And there's nothing else I can salvage off this CB9. There was the sunroof visor, but that's been split in half, so that's no good. All right, now we're gonna be on our way. 2001 Honda Accord. It is stick shift. However, this car is not raised up because there's 3 bolts I need to get to on the underside of the car. So that complicates matters, being this is in the junkyard, so I need the shifter cables on this car. So I went ahead, put together an Excel document on their inventory that I've got, just so it's in numerical order. And I'm going through and I'm marking if it's manual or automatic. So I'm about 1/3 of the way through. Hopefully one of these cars is already up in the air from someone taking the transmission or engine out. But we'll go ahead and see what else we got in the junkyard here, but I'll mark this as manual. 2003 Acura CL Type S. Wheels are gone. This car did have splash guards from the picture, but someone snatched those. Looks like someone wanted that headlight. Fold that bumper apart. Pretty good shaped headlight. Mine's got some sun fade here on the top from being a Southern car, but we'll see how much this thing costs. 3000 GT VR4, something you don't see in the junkyard quite often. This is definitely a rollover. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, this is an SL model, not a VR4. It's got the VR4 wing on it. It looks to be the VR4 chrome wheels. It's automatic. These 3000 GTs are getting scarce to find now. 1992 Honda Accord sedan, riced up. Tried to dye the seats black, left the carpets tan, and look at this. This was Arcadia Green Pearl, and they painted this whole car flat black. Basically just ruined this thing. That's a shame. If that fender was in good shape and not painted flat black, I would have grabbed it, but it is what it is. That's okay. There's nothing to grab on this car. Honda Civic. At least 1/3 of this car has been cut out for a repair on another car. That is insane. Would not want to own that repaired car. BMW 5 Series, engine fire, total loss. This was a Mazda Miata. Man, that is bad. I hope they survive this crash. Okay, due to popular demand with requests, we're gonna go ahead and take this old window tint off these windows. As you can see here, it's starting to remove itself from the Florida heat. Large bubble right there. Back quarter window is not too bad, but this rear window is awful, as you can see with all these bubbles. Now it looks like here someone has already tried to remove this, because you can see the window film is ripped out, but the adhesive is left behind. So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna start from the bottom here and work our way up, see if that adhesive will release, but I don't think that's gonna be the case, but we might get lucky. So we'll see how this heat gun treats us with this removal process. This quarter window, got some bubbling going on. Got that long bubble. However, the rear door and front door on the passenger side is not bad. Okay guys, the day has come to remove this rear window adhesive. We did get the film off, and that was a task itself because this was the worst window, being that this sloped. In all the years with the sun just beating straight down on this, there was no pigment left on the window tint. So I was able to get that off with the heat gun, carefully peeling section by section. And it has left behind this adhesive itself. Now it did the same thing on the side windows. I was able to get all the adhesive off using a Windex sprayer and a razor blade, but you cannot scrape this back window because you've got all these lines here for the defroster. So you gotta use extreme caution in whatever treatment you do for this back window. So what you need is a miniature bucket, a rubber glove, these Scotch-Brite scrubbers, ammonia, and some paper towels, and also a trash bag if you want to keep things neat. So what we're going to do is we're going to be dipping these pads into the ammonia right here, and we're just going to be wiping with the grain of these lines on the defroster. And then we're going to take paper towels and wipe as we go. So we're going to give this a try. I read this on the internet that this works, so we're going to give this a shot and see how successful they are. But we got to use extreme caution on this back window with these defroster lines. You don't want to damage these lines. All right, let's give this a shot. Okay, project CB9 old window tint is finally removed from the car. The side windows were obviously easy to remove using the heat gun, a flat razor blade, and Windex. However, the back window required a lot more attention using a Brillo pad and ammonia just to not damage the rear window defroster lines. And we were also able to grab a few parts of the yard as well for the rear trunk strut stud. Found a gold emblem and also a pigtail for the clutch safety switch. Hope you guys can tune along as we continue to build this CB9. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.